after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
2nd and 2. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Here's Jackson to throw. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Check, ready. Get off the field. Check 3, check 3.
Back to throw here. He'll buy some time right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Hey, come on. Nice 50, nice 50. Check pass, check pass.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked off at the 40, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200-plus?
Now it's Jackson. Going deep here for Taylor. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the Titans' 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Max 50. Hey, here we go. 50's the mic.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Extreme. Kill. Switch.
On second down, it's Simmons. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon,
Back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Jackson. All going deep here for Taylor. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Crunch. Watch twist. Watch twist. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And some space here. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Broncos' 39-yard line.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Big hit all day. Sack City, baby.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw on third down, Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Ready? 54. Mike 54. Run. Trump. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Switch up.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And it's caught. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down, and the Broncos push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so, and guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position.
And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
Check 56. All day, dog. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Let's go, defense.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left side. This is caught at the 20. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On second and 11 now. Jackson is going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Let's go. Let's go, defense. Hurry. 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
55, Mike, got 55. Man, I got you.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Mike, 55. Check 55.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Jannard Avery racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Sanders' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! Let's go! Set, hut! 18 Gator, 56. Check.
Now Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now, before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. He's checking, he's checking, he's looks ball. Crash. Wake up.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Adams has it, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Henderson, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there was a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go now. Come on, boys. It's Pittsburgh. Check 56. I'm coming.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Ball going deep here for Taylor. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point up and good by Sanders. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Sanders now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Complete. Smith has it. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
You don't want no problem with me.
A gain of 2.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun to give to Henderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run it now out of the gun. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He's got Smith here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run on first down. Simmons. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So a bit of an exhale there. That one, it didn't have a whole lot behind it. Just looked kind of strange, but it did go through.
A little bit of a surprise, don't you think, from that distance? Because that seems almost like a chip shot with the way the kickers are nowadays. Did he hit the laces? Did he kind of chili dip it a little? Did his foot hit the ground first? I don't know what it was, but he managed to sneak it through.
I don't know what chili dip is, but he chili dipped it.
Golf term, but we'll talk later.
Now it's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man?
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 9 now. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
At the Broncos 17-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Davante Adams. As the first half is winding down, and the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will shave one more off this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Jackson, that one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight. That's caught inside the 20. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
On the ready, 56. Mike's 56. Okay. Here we go. Go.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Stay with your man.
56.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's 2nd down and 10.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Sanders' kick is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're going to look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And he goes out right around the 39. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Henderson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10. At the 48-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Second and 10. And an alley to run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Ball going deep here for Taylor. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Jackson rolling to his left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Check Mike. Watch 55. Watch that go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Man, I got you.
Now Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Well, going deep here for Taylor. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2nd and 13. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
You can't block me.
On third down, Jackson able to get away. And fights through one man. Eluding the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
And we'll see what his offense can do. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Titans on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. He finds Hopkins complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 23. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Being chased out left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
56. Here we go, here we go. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
To throw again on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch the...
To throw is Jackson on third down. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
2nd and 5. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Flushed out right. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They'll set up a throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off here the 32. And the return will stop right around the 25. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense, pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.